I'm pretty sure I've said about at least 3 to 4 times that I'm coming back and I'm gonna start posting more and I ain't going nowhere. We're just gonna do it. I've been in a little bit of a funk for a couple days now, personal reasons, so I just wanted to sit down, talk to you guys, and film a video and maybe possibly get myself out of the funk. I knew I just wanted to kind of sit down, just talk to you guys, say what's up, say what's Gucci, gang gang. I want to do a favorites video, but not right now because that was my last video, so I thought I would sit down and do something I never thought I would do. I thought, why not do it? Because number one, I'm pretty sure I've never told this story to anybody unless you're like super close to me. I know 90% of my friends don't know this type of story or this whole scenario. I'm gonna tell you my coming out story. I am somebody who doesn't like to be defined. You can say, I don't like when people ask me like,
what are you? Are you straight?
I'm Cassie, that's all I am, don't define me. Okay, that's how I feel. But I got a come out story. So I'm just gonna pretty much take you guys all the way back to when I first started noticing that I had feelings for girls and all that kind of jazz. Okay, let's get on to it. I don't want to say I've always known because especially throughout elementary school and middle school, they're like, girl, that's kid shit, calm down. I know, but listen, throughout elementary and middle school, I was definitely into guys, like 100% like boy crazy. Like all I was boy crazy. Everyone knew it. Making myself sound like a hoe in like elementary and middle school is so bad. What I mean by everybody knew it was like my dad, my mom, like my sisters, like they all knew I had a boyfriend. I wanted a boyfriend all the fucking time and the boys wanted to be my boyfriend. Around middle school, I kind of started noticing like my attraction to some of like my close friends, like some girls, you know, that I was close to. I started feeling like attracted to them, not just like, oh my god, like girl, you're so pretty, like never like really acted on it, especially in school. I never really acted on it. In today's world, it's a little bit, I personally think it's a little bit easier to be in elementary school and to be in middle school and to be able to express yourself a little bit differently, like sexually, as to like what you prefer. I can't remember anyone really when I was in elementary or middle school who was gay or trans or bi or lesbian. I don't remember anyone ever really being like that. So even though I like kind of had those feelings, it was never like, I never really thought about it till school ended. So now let's jump to when I acted on it. Kinda. I know it was around like summertime when school was out. There was a girl who I went to middle school with. I'm not gonna say her name because some of you could be watching this right now and know who she is. As soon as I say her name, a lot of people will know. And I'm not, like, we're just not gonna do that, okay? Her and I were kind of like texting and like stuff like that. And I remember she was really super open about it, about her sexuality and being attracted to girls a little bit and like stuff like that. So she made me feel comfortable. She got me to really talk about it. She's the first person I've ever talked to about those type of feelings. So it was really nice to have somebody who was like talking to me like it was normal, like it was okay, and she was having the same feelings and she was having like the same attraction. It was nice and it made me open up to the world. And so what happened was, so we were texting for a while and then we pretty much made plans to meet up, hang out. She was gonna come pick me up and I was gonna go just, you know, hang out at her house. So at this point, this is like the first girl I'm ever like halfway talking to, so I was shitting my pants. And to put icing on the cake, when I tell you this, she had a boyfriend, okay? He didn't care, like at all. And you know, he a dog, I'm a dog too. Like no big deal to him, so I was like, I guess it's no big deal to me, but it was kind of weird, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of weird. I was kind of like, does your man's really gotta be here? Like, this is my first time. I don't know if it was her first time, but I'm like, this is my first time, like, even being around a female who knows I'm attracted to her, so like, do we really gotta do this? But yeah, we really did that. That sounded bad. I didn't do anything, okay? Like, I didn't do anything with her and him. I didn't even do anything with her that day. We made plans. She pulled up to my apartment. She came and picked me up. With her boyfriend. So that was really great, you know, like family reunion and shit. She actually like got out and opened the door for me, which was like really weird. It wasn't weird, but like it just felt weird, you know. It was cute, whatever, but like it just felt weird. We used to hug in school and stuff like that. Like we were cool. We weren't like super tight, super close in school, but we were cool. So like just seeing her, like knowing like it was like for a different reason tan before, it was kind of weird. Like it, you know, it felt strange. We actually went back to her house. Her boyfriend was still there, and he actually fell asleep. Yeah, he fell asleep. I'm not gonna give out too information. I was about to say details that probably like people could like figure out. He fell asleep, that's all you need to know. Her and I were kind of just like hanging out, watching movies and stuff like that, and nothing happened. But like definitely the feelings were like there. We were kind of so young, you know? Like we were touching on each other like a little bit, but just like child's play, you know? Just like your hand is on my hand, like you're close to me type thing. I wasn't a hoe, okay? Like ever. People watching this are like, liar! We were kind of just hanging out, you know, while her mans was sleeping, super casual, and then she took me home. We didn't see each other after that, like, in a way that, like, you know, like, we liked each other or anything, because, like I said, we were young. Like, this is something that happened when we were young. So, like, 7th grade, that's young to me. I don't know about y'all fast people nowadays, you know, kitty, hee hee, ha ha, type of, like, memory. But that was the first time that I've ever, like, experienced, like, feelings for a girl, like, real feelings for a girl. That was, like, the first time that I, like, knew that I was not tripping, okay? But after that little situation with her, I definitely still held myself back. Being in Arizona, for like my entire life, I pretty much just knew like everybody. I was like, who would I even like possibly date or talk to? I was definitely still dipping in like the men pond for whatever boring reason, but I always felt and knew like something was missing. Like they just weren't doing it for me, you know what I mean? Do you? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You could not. And then I met a girl online. Well, I started talking to this girl online, who was very, 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 very open. I think, yeah, I want to say she was very open about her sexuality and liking girls, and that drew me to her because I was still kind of like, I don't want to say battling or suffering with that, but I just wasn't 100% there with it. So she lived in a different state, and that kind of made me feel at the time a little bit comfortable, a lot more comfortable talking to her, my attraction towards her and stuff like that, because it was like, you know, no judgment. It's over a computer and like a phone and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get rejected like face to face. I don't have to see her. She don't know any of my friends. She can't go like, you know, tell my friends, oh my god, like, you know, did you know Cassie like likes girls? Because she just came up to me and was like, at the time, I didn't want to deal with that. Arizona is small fucking world in Arizona. But it could never be like super serious because 1, we were still pretty young, and 2, she lived in a completely different state. So those two things combined together don't really work out. When you're super young and live in a different state, it's not like we can just like decide to hop on a plane like in a month or 2 and like go see each other, you know what I mean? We're kind of kids. We can't make those decisions. A nigga fell fast because I was young, you know, and I was like the first girl who like 100% was giving me like attention, and I was giving her attention, so I was sprung. And that's when I decided to slowly but surely start telling my family and people around me. First person that I actually told was my older sister, and the way I did it is we were on MySpace. Were we on MySpace? This could have been when MySpace was dead. I don't know. We were on some like instant messaging. We were chatting and talking to each other. I told her I like somebody and I'm gonna send you their picture so you can see what they look like. And she was like, okay, like whatever. So I sent her a picture of this girl I was talking to, and my older sister's reaction, she almost didn't question me like at all. Just 100% there and caring and supportive and loving, and like I said, she really did not question me at all. So telling her was definitely like a super easy thing for me to do, and I'm grateful that she responded the way she responded. I'm also grateful that she was the first person that I really told, because it felt good, you know, like the first time really getting it off your chest, to have it be to somebody who's like being supportive and not questioning you. It was good. It was a great feeling, and it gave me confidence to go and tell my other family members as well. My mom and my dad did not take it as well. My mom decided to do definitely hurt me a lot more than my dad's response. And when I say my dad's response, I don't want it to be taken like mean and not loving me and not accepting me, because in no way do I feel like he, in that moment, his feelings for me changed, or he didn't look at me the same anymore or anything like that. My dad is everything, not just to me, but to like all of my siblings. My father is everything. At the time, maybe hurt me a little bit, but in ways I understood that the way he responded, he wasn't meaning it, you know, the way it sounded. You know, he was just caught off guard. So we'll start with my mom first. When I was younger, I had a pretty decent relationship with my mom, to where I could come to her and I could talk to her about pretty much anything, and it's not like I got my ass reamed. So the way I decided to tell my mom, she was taking a bath one day. And I wrote her a note. I went in her bathroom and I put the note in a little candle jar, like on the toilet or whatever. And I told her, like, I'm leaving a note here for you. I don't want you to read it right now. Like, I want you to read it, like, whenever you want to, or, like, later on, you know? She got up and she went to work, and she didn't say anything to me about it. Like, anything about the note. For my mom, like, that kind of caught me off guard, that she didn't immediately come to me and was like, I love you, it's okay. So I went in her bathroom and I found the note in the trash. I have never brought it back up to my mom. I would like to sit here and say that I think my mom accepts me for who I am, or the person that I decided to be, and has no judgment about me, and loves me the exact same way. In some ways I believe she does, but then at the end of the day I don't care if she does. So on to my dad. I was living with him at the time, and it was late at night, and I just said, today I'm gonna do it. At this time I was no longer talking to that girl that I was talking to before. Some time has passed. I was a little bit older. I was actually talking to somebody else who was about to be my first girlfriend ever, and I knew it was serious. So I was like, you know, I'm living with my father right now. I need to tell him. Father, myself, and two of my other sisters, we rode with him to KFC, some dinner, and I was like, you guys have to go, because this is what I'm about to do right now and I need backup. The entire way there I was like trying to get the words out, but it was just like not coming out. I don't know what to say, how to say this, when to say this, I don't know. So the entire way there I didn't say anything. Literally about to pull into our neighborhood, and I was like, and there's no other perfect time except for right now to do it. I was so slick when I said it. Dad, I have to tell you something.
Okay.
I like somebody, and I believe his response right then was,
What's new?
hold on, let me get there. Well, it's a girl. The only response back was, Cassie, you're not gay. To have an immediate response be something so structured like that to me, telling me what I am and what I'm not, he was shocked. I shocked him. I threw him off, which I completely understand, because like I said, I was boy crazy, and it's definitely something that was never talked about, and I never hinted towards it, or I never showed signs of it or anything like that, and I accepted and understood the way he felt. After that, you know, when I was dating the girl who I was dating at the time, you know, my dad took me, you know, to the mall to go to the movies with her and like stuff like that. First time he saw me hug her, he about lost his mind. I understood that it was a process. To be honest, I caught myself by surprise. Like, it was all new to me too, but I knew that it felt right and it felt like me. As more time passed, that's what my dad really realized. It just started feeling like natural and stuff, but it definitely took my dad a second to adjust, and I could no longer get pregnant accidentally, so I'm sure that, you know, that added some brownie points. There is definitely family members that I've never like had the conversation with. They know, I know that they know. I don't think I have to have those conversations with my family. I think I'm very fortunate with the family that I was blessed with and the family that God has given me, because the love is just unconditional and extraordinary without even being said. So that was my little coming out story. I just wanted to come, sit down, talk to you guys, let you know a little bit more about me. Definitely going to be back for more videos. My next video after this is honestly probably going to be a favorites video because I have some stuff that I really like that I actually want to sit down and talk to you guys about. If you liked my story or if you love me, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. Don't hit the thumbs down button. The thumbs up button down below. Definitely subscribe so my face can pop up on your newsfeed when I upload, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I didn't smoke that whole time. I'm growing!